Hello, hello. Looks like we're starting another stream. And yeah, here we are. Welcome everybody. Nobody is really here yet, but I'm gonna get started because we might as well. I thought it would be fun if we checked out some mods that have come out recently. We could have a fun time looking at them, reviewing, talking about them, and anybody that has any ideas could just as easily hop in here and share them with us. Let me share this to Facebook quick. That would be fun. Share this to the page. Crap. And here we are. Oh, hey Grandman Farms, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Just thought we could have some fun today, you know, look at some mods. Could be a good time. Check out what has recently come out. What has recently come out? Well, let's see. Obviously, we could cover all the Valmetals that came out. How exciting. I know everybody is excited for those. I know that if we go to large tractors here, there was, I think, the T9 series, which is wonderful. We could also check that guy out. How exciting. All the wheel options. Look at that. Hey, Pleasant View, how's it going? We are reviewing some mods that have come out, so we're going to look at the Valmetals. They got the T9 series. Of course, we have a bunch of lovely combines by the one and only JCL's Farm Equipment that we are for sure going to dig into. We might even get a guest appearance by him if he feels like stopping by the stream. And yeah, we'll have to dig into these. How's it going, Waylon? We're looking at some new mods. The first thing I want to do is let's dig into the smallest option for the Valmetal. Let's just buy this guy and take a look around. Look at that. Oh, let's just use this nifty little mod here to kind of do a fly around. It looks like there are some pretty neat features on this guy. The first thing that's sticking out to me is the normal map welds there. See that? They added a normal map that makes it look like it was actually welded together, which is pretty cool. I don't know how they did it, but if you really want to, we can try to dig in later and figure out how they did it. However, just looking at this, I think I know how they pulled this off. See how if you look behind this corner here, you can actually see behind the weld. So what that tells me is that it appears they just used a curved mesh or a curved surface over the corners and then normal map that. In fact, yeah, you can see here, you can see this. So this is what you guys are getting when you come to see a mod or review a mod, right? Like we're going to dig into what I'm seeing, how I like it, and then I'm going to try to break down how they did it. So what I'm seeing here is you can see this line right here where it's a little bit, it changes color. That must be a seam. And so they must just have one continuous normal map texture, and eventually that has to come to an end because you can't have an infinite texture. And then it has a seam. So there's another seam right there. So it looks like they just did a curve and they had a normal map for a weld that they just put along the edge, which is pretty cool because frankly, on an object this big, it would be super hard to include the normal mapped welds into the regular normal map for the object without a ridiculous amount of texture size. So I'm not surprised they did that, and I've always wondered how they plan to pull that off, and it looks like they pulled that off in a way that I understand. So nice. Hey Suzette, how's it going? Hey Bruce, how are you doing tonight? We're just checking out some of the mods that have come out, and I know there are plenty of mod review videos, but thought it might be fun if we sat down, had a modders chat, a look into things, reviewing the latest mods. So we're going to get really in depth with how I think the texturing and how the in-gaming looks, things that I understand. Hello Sam Shoot, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by the stream. Guys, if you haven't, please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. Here to support Rooster Mods, just trying to you know, venture out a little bit, make sure that I have multiple platforms to be on. But yeah, we're digging into the new Valmetal. I was just noticing how they made these welds, and you know, you could point out the really, really small stuff, but overall, it's a nice job. It looks really good, and I think if you're gonna do normal mapped welds this way, this is the way to go, and it looks really nice. Now, I think the difficult part for me when I think about doing this is, where do you draw the line, right? Because obviously you could have a weld on every single piece over here. You could have welds on the frame, on the hitch. It feels kind of strange to have them on certain parts of the tank and not on other parts, but I mean, you do what you can do. Obviously, you can't do literally everything, and it looks like they just picked the most prominent front parts where you're really going to see stuff, and added normal map welds. And you know what? That's okay, because you can't do literally everything. You have to draw the line somewhere. Ooh, they even have them on the ladder there. That's pretty cool. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Logan Bador, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, says, on the topic of new mods, do we get any inside info about your mods in the future? Logan, I want to post about those soon. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you'll get inside access to all the stuff that I'm working on, and you can direct chat with me about it. But I will post some of that stuff to Facebook soon, because there's a lot of stuff happening in the background. Hey there, Simulation Farms. How's it going? Suzette asks, are you going to be farming this stream? I mean, I could go to farming, but what I really wanted to do was kind of, right now, we'll probably do some farming by just trying this stuff out, right? But what I really want to do is just dig into how this stuff looks. So, okay, we've covered the normal mapping on the Valmetal. We know that's good. We know how they're doing it. I think they did a nice job. And it sounds like somebody else is joining us this stream. Who is this?
Testing.
We have a caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, air.
Oh, you're very loud. Holy cow.
Oops.
I'm turning you down. All right, that's better. This looks like Dairy Deer is joining us for a little bit of mod reviews. I was just breaking down the normal maps on the Valmetal. We're digging into the new mod, kind of getting into depth with it.
Yeah, I saw you were talking about the welds.
Looks pretty nice. They didn't do everything, but you can't do everything. And the way they did it makes sense, and it looks nice. But okay, I've talked enough about the welds at this point. Let's, if we go inside, we're not seeing much, but that's kind of expected. You don't really need to see much. It looks like there's a little bit of hoses potentially clipping through the corners, but not the end of the world. This is pretty basic in here too. Oddly enough, there's nothing else poking around in here except this corner. Let's see. I don't know, oh, that's just this elbow here. Oh well, because that's not that's asymmetrical. But that makes sense. So overall, looks pretty nice. We get down here, look at some of the suspension pieces. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna take my field of view out a little bit so we can get a wider angle shot on all these pieces. When will you be farming on the Almasave? I mean, I could go back to the Almasave, but we're not doing that for the time being. Hunter Wicket asks how to get mod. Well, if you want this Valmetal mod, Wicket, Hunter, whoever you are, I've got great news for you. It's on the Mod Hub, and you can just go download it on any platform you want. So, Custom finally got this out the door. Let's see. That's an interesting little detail. It looks like they put custom modding on the little stickers there. Now, as far as I know, I didn't think you were allowed to put your modding name. on anything. So that's kind of interesting. Well,
Interesting the Giants let it through, but it's also small enough that you might not catch it testing it.
no, that's true. Hey, you got somebody in the background there, Derry? I think he does.
I'm trying to stay muted right now.
I think we have some interference. Gotcha. Okay. That's fine. So obviously, in case you didn't know, hey, how's it going, Tony Miff? Glad you stopped by. We're just checking out some equipment. What's this say here? The Valmetal James Way equipment, the Ferme farm equipment. So it's French, but I think that makes sense. It was made in Canada, probably near the Quebec area, so that's cool. Overall, looks pretty nice. Ooh, look at that hitch. That is a nice hitch right there. That's one of those new guides the hitch into the implement. Oh, look at that. They even added some threads to the bottom of these guys. Looks like normal mapped threads. I've done that too. That is pretty cool. But that is I wonder how many polys that little hitch there is. That probably doesn't need to be that many. Looks like some nice wheels. Are these custom? I don't know. They're pretty nice though. Overall, mod does look great. For the vast majority, it does appear just on the appearance level to mostly live up to the height. Where did I get this mod hunter? I got it on the mod hub. That's where you can get these. So, without further ado, let's dig into some of the store options now that we've kind of examined the mod. So obviously you've got your 2-axle. Looks like you got Michelin, Trelleborg, Bredston. Okay, there's no wheel setup options. It's just treads. Okay. You could do a power boom transfer system. I wonder if they'll add more features that will work with that in the future. We don't know. The Krone flow meter control. Where's that guy? Oh, up here. Fancy. That looks like a good looking LCD screen too. That's nice. Beacon. If you're into that. Beaconing extension. I want to see how that works. Automatic greasing system. Let's see. Oh yeah, right there. That's a nice addition right there. That looks pretty nice. I don't think I've ever seen an automatic greasing system on a mod before, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Attachers. This is for the injectors / applicators. Level lift injector mount. And then see this missing configuration manure sensor in L10N ENXML? All right, I'm going to give you guys a modding lesson here. So what this means is this bug here is saying we're missing the configuration _ manure sensor. I'm missing this term in the L10N _ en.xml. And what this is L10N is a way to translate languages. So you make an L10N section of your mod and you put in the phrase that it catches, and then when it catches that phrase, it automatically translates it based on your game language. So it appears what happened here is that Giants missed this and Custom missed this, that they forgot to put this configuration _ manure sensor tag in their L10N portion of their XML, so it didn't catch it. That's really interesting because that appears to be an issue on every single tank. If we go to every single one, it's got that same thing. And you would think that being with this thing in the store for more than 5 minutes, you would see that down there in that list. So I'm kind of confused how Mod Hub testing missed that or how custom modding missed that. So I digress. Maybe it's just an issue with PC, maybe, I don't know, but I'm assuming there will be a patch out to fix that sometime soon because that's a fairly basic catch. Let's see. It seems heavy. Yeah, let's see, 10 tons. That might be what it weighs. I'm not super sure. Does this work with pumps and hoses? Honestly, Grad Man, I'm not sure if it does. I haven't been a huge pump and hoses user, so I really can't say if it works with pumps and hoses or not. Don't know how that gets past testing. No, I don't either, Tony Miff. But It happens. It just seems to happen more to the bigger modders. So let's see. What are our options here? We've got 4,500 gallons, 5,600 gallons, 6,200 gallons, 7,300 gallons, 9,500 gallons, and 10.2K gallons. Does that match what's on the side of the tank? Yeah, 4,500. This is 5,700. Yep, that's about right. So this guy is 6,200 gallons. This says 6,200. That's good. Let's see, 7,400 gallons. Yeah, there we go. We got 7,400. 9,600. Yeah, there we go, 9,600. And then this should be about 10.2. Yeah, there we go, 10,200 gallons. So yeah, that's checking out. Looks like they accurately put in the capacities, which is very nice. I think it's just the same options on all these guys. They kept the Axial option to a store configuration instead of a shop configuration. So I guess that makes sense. It'd be extremely complicated to cram all that into one i3D. Do these work with 46 mods GEA equipment? Well, Logan Elder, we could certainly try that later. That's an interesting question. I'm assuming it does. Derry, you could hop in here and maybe back me up quick, but I would think that if 46 mods manure filler pump just works on a fill trigger, theoretically you could drive these under that and fill up with these, right? Or is that a specific trigger for only those tanks?
As long as they set up the trigger right on those Valmetals, it should fill out of 46 mods. Haven't tested it yet, but as long as the fill trigger reaches to the point where you would realistically fill it from.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know. All right. That is the theory.
Well, I was looking in the XML earlier. They actually dynamically loaded a lot of the configurations to cut down on file size, which is really clever.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, so like the extra boom and the other parts, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, if they load those remotely, that can that can save a lot of just heavy i3D stuff. So, oh, very good. That way you don't have to have all those extra polys sitting around in a mod that doesn't need them. Very nice. All right. Let's see here. What do we have? We have a high diffuser. This is for your smaller ones if you just want to spray it. Oh, I forgot to mention. We've got color options. Look at this. We got orange, red, and gray. So it looks like we have the James Way red in case you're nostalgic for that. I don't know if Valmetal sells their stuff in James Way red anymore. In case you guys didn't know, Valmetal actually bought James Way. So they actually bought them in the middle of this mod being developed. So I don't know if they just kept the color around for fun or if they actually still sell them that way, because Valmetal completely scrapped the James Way name. They just sell them all as Valmetal now. So that's why we have red options. But anyway, so we have high diffusers, these spreaders. It looks like you can get all of this in the red or the orange option. And actually, it looks like the tanks can come in a silver option. So I don't know if they sell that in galvanized either, but that's good to know. That does look kind of cool if you mix and match the silver and the orange red. So anyway, got a single spreader. Looks like we got a lower spray. So it looks like this hooks from the top and then you can spread lower to the ground. We got a double lower spray and then an extended lower spray. Oh, that's very nice. And then a manure injector. So we'll have to give that guy a whirl, but that's pretty cool. I think it's interesting that they chose to make all of these just a separate attachable object, but I also think that it makes sense for them all to be separate and attachable. Saves on like lugging around a lot of unnecessary polygons in your 3D object, and it makes things kind of customizable in a sort of realistic way. So I think that's a clever idea, and you know what? I am glad Giants let them keep all of those options in the slurry tank section, because it would be annoying to have to run to a different category just to buy those and scroll back and forth. So I think that was a good move by them, and I'm glad they got that worked out. So without further ado, let's buy this guy. What do we like? I feel like, now, Derry, my other modding friend here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there are some options missing for this guy that custom modding advertised in some of their posts. There was supposed to be like a tire pressure adjuster and other things and more tire options, and I'm not seeing those. I think they cut those during development. right?
Yeah, fenders and air pressure hoses that ran around to all the tires, which theoretically could vary the pressure of the tire, but that requires a third-party script.
Mm.
Those were, I looked on their Facebook page. They haven't talked about them in a couple months, but content creators did have a version with that, but they didn't appear here. And there was also an option to switch between hydraulic and PTO drive on the front, but now it's just PTO, so.
Oh, you're right. There was a hydraulic drive, wasn't there? Oh, scandal, scandal. Giving early content reviewers content that didn't make it into the final version. Now, let's not assume the worst here. I'm guessing what happened is they gave it to ModHub, and ModHub said, listen, it's just too much on one thing. You got to cut something. I'm assuming this is a lot of slots on console. But I don't really test on a console, so I don't really know. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and just say, like, they just kind of got caught by surprise. Obviously, they went through the problem, like, they went through the effort of making it, right? Making it and putting it in the game. So they probably meant well. It's just weird that it didn't show up in the final product, and custom modding never warned us that it wasn't going to be in the final product. So I also feel like... oh, what were you going to say there?
Sorry, go ahead and finish.
No, what I was also going to say is I feel like this is positioned pretty well in the shop. You can get around it pretty easily. And I know that these tanks are pretty long, and maybe it just is what it is. But I feel like they could have moved this forward in the shop a little bit, so it's a little bit easier to look around it. I feel like I'm very centered on the front here in this shop. We're rotating around the front point, which probably makes sense, but maybe they should have moved it forward anyway. That's kind of nitpicky. Yeah, Tony Miff said the pallet looks cool. Yeah, I agree. That is a really nice looking pallet. It's got little wheels on it and everything, and it looks like you could pretty easily pick it up with a forklift. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty easy to move around. 17 slots on console. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. I don't know what's a lot on console, but that sounds like a decent amount, although not as bad as maybe I was expecting. All right, let's buy this guy. And let's buy the manure injectors. We all know what spreaders look like. Oh, Gen 3 and Gen 4. Ooh. Interesting. So it looks like the Gen 3 has a center fill, and the Gen 4 has... So the Gen 3 has headers that it feeds from, and the Gen 4 has a central point that all the hoses come from. That's interesting. Okay. Let's buy the Gen 4. What else? I know a good tractor to test this with. You're going to need to pick it up. I'll just enable super strength and cheat. But maybe I'll try it with a tractor. Let's see. What else came out? We have the T9 series. Who is this T9 series by again, Derry? I forget. I don't remember.
AT Farms.
AT Farms. Thank you very much. AT Farms is T9 series. If you are a fan of high horsepower New Hollands, this is exactly what you want. So let's see. We've got a 530, 565, 600, 645, 700, 702. Oh, it's just extra tuned. Okay. So we've got a 672 and then a tuned up 776, it appears. So, okay. We got the tracks and we've got the wheels. Oh, that's all in one store option. That's pretty nice. It would have been really easy to just say you've got two different store things, but I think they did a nice job here of giving us some track option. They got the smart tracks. They got the high idlers. Cool. You got front weights and additional front weights. Oh, interesting. Somebody asked, why does it say Carl Farms as well? That's a... I'm guessing Carl Farms just helped with this. Either he contributed a part of the model, or that's something modders kind of do on the mod hub. If somebody else contributed, well, the person will upload it, but they'll also include makers in the credits. So I'm assuming Carl Farms helped with this a little bit too. Let's see.
Carl Farms gave permission for wheels and weights. I believe they came from the AFS Connect quad track.
Oh, nice. Thank you for weighing in there. Oh, we got some window tint. That's good to know. Thank you. Rain cap. Oh, so if you're a rain cap person, you've got that option. Kind of got bulbs. That's a lot of beacon. That's the most beacon options. 9, 10. Okay, there's 10 beacon options. That's the most beacon options I've ever seen on anything in my entire time of playing Farming Simulator. That is hilarious. Okay, let's see. 10. Let's go here. We got some bulbous ones. They don't even look that different, which is the strange part. Okay, we'll just go with this guy. Attachers. Looks like we have a weight bracket, additional weights, quick hitch, standard. You know what I do like to see is when you add the weights, see how the suspension slightly dips? See how it kind of sinks? That means they're actually adding the weight in the i3D, and that is nice. That's a good attention to detail. You got your quick hitch and your standard. Okay. Let's buy this guy and try it out. Hey, King Sim, how's it going? We're trying some mods. We're having a good time here. Alright, how's this guy look? I'm not a New Holland expert, but it does look pretty nice. I'm not seeing anything. I'll turn on the flashlight to really expose all the potential problems, but looking pretty good. It's pretty plain back here, but I think it is actually pretty plain back there in real life. I like the mesh on the front of this tractor. That looks very good. Oh yeah, this all looks pretty nice. I think it's pretty good. I like the tracks are a very nice addition. I know some people are going to be big fans of those. Okay. Sounds are good as always and everything. Okay. Let's try hooking up to this guy. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like there's not enough space difference in the shop that when you buy these they bump into each other. Oops. Sounds like that could be an XML tweak. We're gonna lift this guy over here so we can actually plug in. Oh! Well, it's fairly well balanced. Okay. Let's hook up to this guy. How we looking? Ooh, man, the way those wheels turn is really nice. They did a good job with that. That looks pretty slick. Helps it turn much sharper than something this size should. Alright. Let's back this guy up. Are you on Ohio Richlands for this review? Nope, this is just Elm Creek. Nothing fancy. Just on a base game map to avoid any potential problems. And this is the annoying part about this guy. Oh, I forgot to buy the attachers. Well, that's not smart. Pro tip, buy the attachers for your manure tanks. That helps a lot. We need to buy the... There we go. We'll get that guy over here. Cool, cool. I'm sure a few of you have had time to come home, unwind from the day, and kind of try these mods. I'm curious what you guys think. Anybody there in the comments section have an opinion on any of the stuff they've tried so far today? Anybody have any ideas on what you want to see me try tonight? Because definitely open to suggestions. The slowest ride does not work good. End of course play. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let's give this guy a little bit of slurry. Nope. I'm the wrong one. Interesting. 38,600 liters. Okay. Let's unfold and put her down here. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you haven't yet. If you're new to the Rooster Mods channel. Support me here and help me make some more video content. Everybody loves that. Gradman Farm says I'm spreading slurry with EY's Massey Ferguson 4900. Oh, nice, yeah. That'd be a decent tractor for some of these tanks. Okay. Let's we'll turn this guy on. Okay, so you have to have the rear implement selected to turn it on. That makes sense. And we'll lower it. It lagged there for a second. That was strange. I don't know what happened there. Okay. And here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to row crop ready that I was half expecting it just to leave strips of applied manure. And I live in areas where they do that a lot, so I was expecting that too, but for farm sim, a cultivated texture does make sense. That's looking pretty good, but honestly, I was kind of expecting more, like, soil animations, more soil flinging. The dust is nice, but I was kind of expecting a little bit of dirt thrown up in the air. But, I like those animations down there for the manure going into the ground. Those are very nice touches. We'll pull this guy over here. It is a console mod. Yes, King Sim. It is a console mod. I believe you can download this on all platforms today. Everybody should be super excited. Is that right, Dairy Deer? Is this come out for all platforms today? I thought it did.
Yep, everything you're driving is all platforms.
Okay, cool. I don't want to mislead people. Got the wavy blades, and they're not even normal mapped wavy blades. They're actually like modeled wavy blades. That's really cool. So you can see where it cuts its strip into the ground, and then it's got another ripper, and then just a tube puts it into the ground. So you can, if you actually look in there, you can see the slurry dripping into the ground, although it kind of looks like it's it looks like it's flowing backwards. I think the slurry animations are backwards. It's magically sucking manure from the ground. That's actually incredible. I didn't know that Valmetal had that kind of technology to vacuum manure out of the ground. But I mean, if you
these days.
that's another thing they could probably fix, is it looks like that animation down there is going upwards. But I mean, besides that, I do like that they added that. That's a very nice touch. I think there could be a little bit more like soil dirt animations back here. Make it look like a little bit more flinging is happening. But I like so you can see that these guys are bouncing up and down. Those are randomly moving parts, and it's actually a pretty nice effect. I think they did a good job. So it looks like these are actually hydraulically, it's like a hydraulic downforce, these red vipers. So that's just moving by itself, but that's pretty cool. Alright. What does that look like on plowed ground? Yeah, it just cultivates it. Interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. Got a couple things that, if it were my mod, I would have changed. And a couple things that probably need some tweaking. But overall, looks pretty good. I haven't seen any errors in the mod, in the log, so that's good. Let's see. Looking good. Oh, that's nice. Then we fold up. Got some nice hydraulic sounds. Ooh, the click-clack. Very good. Those sounds can be a pain to add sometimes. I do wish that this jack stand, like, rotated or something, because it's giving me anxiety being, like, 4 inches from the ground down there all the time.
I'm surprised they didn't do that.
I know, it's giving me anxiety just sitting there. I guess add that to the list of things I would have potentially changed. I think it really is fortunate that these two tractors came out at this tractor and this tank came out on the same day. It's going to be a nice little download boost for both of them, a little bit of synergy going on there. So I guess Valmetal is an approved brand now, so I guess if you had Jamesway stuff, you could do that for all platforms too. I guess no more excuses there. Let's see. That's pretty nice. All right. I think we've tested that pretty well. I forgot to look at the horsepower requirements. I want to know how big your tractors need to be to run these. Obviously, with these tanks, it's more of a weight thing in real life than a horsepower thing. You got to be able to handle this much slurry at once. But it looks like we go 170, 200, 230, 250, 270, 300. Okay. But I would definitely not recommend the bare minimum of 300 horsepower for a 10,000 gallon manure tank. You're going to need something that can handle it a little bit. Yeah. Obviously, you could compare these to the Hools, but it's nice to have a lot of different options now. So, cool. Very happy that finally came out. They've literally been talking about that thing for like over a year, probably a couple of years. So, it is interesting to wonder if we'll ever get to see the different options that they removed. But what time will tell. Okay. What else do we have?
Don't forget to look at the physics on that T9. It flexes and the idlers rotate pretty good when you go up and down hills and curves.
Oh, really? Let's check this out. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to detach the tank here to really get a feel for this. Ooh. Oh. That does move pretty slick. I'm going up and down the ditch here. Yeah, good catch. That is very nice. Yeah, if you guys want to... Yeah, because the tracks aren't just... They aren't just still. They ride the ground, too. Especially with these high idlers. The high rollers. They really catch the ground before you hit it, so... That's pretty nifty. Yeah, what else we got in here? Unfortunately, it does not look like they animated the stick, which is a shame. It doesn't look like the throttle is animated either, and it actually looks like the throttle here. No, that's in the slot. That's in the slot, but they didn't animate as much of the stuff inside of the tractor as I would have hoped, which is kind of a shame. Obviously, you've got the pedal down there, and you've got the brakes. But, I kind of wish, like, they could have animated... Okay, the turn signal's animated. That's nice. But I do wish... Okay, the transmission... The shuttle shift is animated, too. That's good. Hey, Legacy, how's it going? Throwing out the rooster emote. I appreciate it, the rooster emoji. Is there any way to fix that? I'm not sure where we were, Gradman Farms, but if you're talking about this, the stick here, not really. You'd have to go into the 3D model and separate it and then program it. So yeah, you could fix that. In fact, they probably could if they wanted to, but I don't really know what their plans are. So as long as it's not like super tied to the mesh, in theory, you could fix that, but overall, a lot of the basics are animated in here. But you know what we should test? Is it possible to animate the windshield wipers? Is it possible to animate a stick for the windshield wipers when it rains? That's a good question.
You can, like, have a control lever that moves whenever the wipers are on?
Yeah. Is that possible in Farm Sim?
I don't know if that's possible in base game. Potentially with a mod, like Dashboard Live or something.
Oh, interesting.
Interactive
Okay.
control.
Suzette Barlett asks, where do I come up with Rooster as my name? Well, as a young lad, I raised a lot of chickens. I showed them at the county fair. I always grew up having chickens and raising chickens, and obviously I had a lot of roosters, and I don't know, just rooster mods. Just needed a name. Just kind of picked it. I guess it worked out. It does feel weird because a lot of people go, your custom modding or your JHG modding or your SID modding, right? And everybody uses the term modding. So I do feel like it's been a little strange being Rooster Mods. I guess I thought it was good at the time. In hindsight, it was a little strange because nobody else is calling himself XXX mods or YYY mods, but some other people have done that since, and maybe I helped set a trend, but yeah, it was just Rooster Mods, I guess. You're talking about the mulching function on plows in the game. They both leave tiny strips of unplowed land. Oh, really? What? How come with the land all disc by... Okay, I missed this message chain. Let me address this. How come with the land all disc by BC Bueller Farms and your John Deere 712 mulch tiller, with the mulching function, they don't go all the way to the end of the field before they raise the plow? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about, Gradman Farms. Let me address that. So, I fought that really, really hard. Basically, what happens with these multifunction tools is you hire a worker, and the worker goes until the implement has done its work across the field, right? The problem is that I have multiple work areas. The game will send this guy to the edge of the field. When the mulching work area is done, the game goes, okay, I've done my work, and then it lifts up and turns around. The game doesn't realize that it has a second work area to go through. So that's kind of a struggle with these guys. There might be a way around it, but Giants hasn't ever explained that. So that is why you see that. I hope that answered your question. I'm really sorry I missed that. King Sim says I should make a John Deere Model D. I don't quite like stuff that old, but that's a possibility. You like it, though? I'm glad you like it. Legacy Egg says that's why I don't have modding or mods in my name. Yeah. A lot easier to just be that. I may have done something different like you're talking about there, Legacy, but it is what it is, and it kind of stuck.
Right there with you, Legacy. If you put farm or ag in your name, no one tells you have to make mods.
You can just do whatever you want. Oh my goodness, yeah. I wonder if you can climb up the ladder. We're gonna try all sorts of goofy stuff. What? There's no... Okay, there's a... Is there not a collision here? Derry, there's no collision on the front hitch.
Oh my gosh.
You can just walk right through it. What's the deal with that?
It's a disgrace.
I know, and then they didn't even add collisions for the ladders so that you can climb up. Day ruined. Stream over. Career ended. Page shutting down. No, I'm just kidding. But that's kind of surprising. I think they probably should have added a collision there, but that's just me. Yeah, 46 mods is another example. Yes, that answered my question. Okay, yeah, thank you, Gradman. I'm glad I could answer that for you. Hey there, Nuclear Salmon. Thank you for stopping by the stream. We're just kind of testing some mods. We just took a look at the Valmetal and the New Holland T9 series, and we were kind of testing stuff out. I also do like, now this is a little bit underrated, I do like that the toolbar kind of sags when you lift it up. It's not just a straight flat toolbar.
Yeah, I thought that was a really nice touch.
But what I have noticed is that I've used this guy for like less than an acre, and it already has paint wearing off on the toolbar, which is interesting. Is there paint wearing off on the discs? Oh yeah, very slightly on the edge. That's good. I think that's good. I think that's a nice touch, but if it were me, I wouldn't make it so that, you know, paint was already wearing off after barely using it. That kind of feels bad. I've been wanting to adjust how I do wear on my implements. Before, I've done like the maximum amount of wear possible at 100%, but it's so easy to get to 100%, it almost feels like I shouldn't be doing that. So maybe just paint the maximum wear at like 80% of what you could expect total wear to be, so it doesn't look completely beaten up after using it for a while. But that's a small thing. But yeah, it's kind of weird that it's already chipping paint. I wouldn't have done that. It looks like... Oh, what?
So many complexities with substance painter, and you wonder why people use Gendirt.
Gendirt 1. Oh, that's kind of weird. There's no collisions on the tank either. You could just walk through it.
Whoa.
Let's press F5 and look at some collisions. It doesn't look like there's many collisions on this thing at all. That's kind of strange. Okay, there is a collision here. I see what happened here. It looks like they used a small tank collision for the big tank. It only goes out to the second axle. See this line here? This is where collisions are. These little orange lines, and it looks like they never added a complete collision for the big guy, which is why you can just straight up walk right through it. So probably something else they should address in a future update. I wonder if that's an issue with other tank sizes too, or if I'm just using my imagination. Dude, we need John Deere silage boxes. Listen, grad man, I know. If you looked at my modding work in progress folder, you would know that we need John Deere silage boxes, okay? I know. I'm very aware. I actually am trying to bug somebody for dimensions. So, yes. I've seen that. Use the spreader with cosplay. Giants needs to add dents into equipment textures. That is an interesting idea, King Sim. You could probably have normal mapped dents, like. So if we were to add dents to equipment, I think a clever way to do it would have some code that makes normal mapped dents appear at certain areas on the body texture. That could be a little difficult, but maybe doable. But I do agree that would be a cool ad. Hey, I was just pulling your leg. Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to let you know that I know that you know that I know what we need to know that we know we need we know. Okay? I think we all good now. I think we're all on the same page. Cool. I like I think that's all pretty good. I should try scanning that barcode and seeing where it takes me. I wonder. I should get a barcode scanning app. Need a good John Deere round baler with net wrap add-on. Yeah, we need Deere balers too, don't we? I agree. Anyway, okay. I think we've had our fill of these guys. What should we review next? Isn't there... What else has come out? Isn't there some IH-obsessed modder that released a ton of stuff recently? Wasn't there something that some International Harvester nerd released recently that we could look at? Potentially. Some S1800 or something like that. So somebody needs to... So this is a PC-only thing, but there's a modder called JCL's Farm Equipment. You may have heard of him. And he recently released a grain bed for a truck. Now, I haven't actually looked at this yet, so I need to find it. Unless anybody has other ideas of what mods we should look at that came out recently, I'd be more than happy to go look for those and download those and look at those in the stream. So if you have any ideas of mods to look at that have come out recently, shout them out, or we'll just keep going. We need so many things, not enough time to make all of it. I know, grad man. I know. I should be modding right now, but instead I'm entertaining all of you. So it is what it is. Isn't his name Jason? I think that's it. Yeah. Jason's Farm Equipment, I think, is what that's called. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the stuff. Let's start with the Axial flows that he released. Which ones are which? Oh yeah, his is the 1998 to 2008 Legacy series. Okay, so JCL's Farm Equipment has released a series of Axial Flow combines that are based on his original Axial Flow combine. All these 1420, 1440, 1460, 1480. Case International essentially kept the same design for a while, and it developed it. And I think JCL's Farm Equipment has essentially done the same thing. He's taken a lot of parts and pieces from different mods, and he's added them onto his body, and he's made us a whole Axial Flow series, which is very nice. Is that the essence of it there, Derry? Did I nail that?
I'll be honest, I lost you a little bit on that, but I think you got the point across.
Okay, basically, he added parts to his Axial Flow body and frame to make the next generation of the combines, more or less.
This being originally K-Serious' combine of 2388.
Yes, and I think he took the pieces, a lot of pieces from his and that one, and kind of combined the best of both worlds, essentially. So we have a 2344, 2366, 2388, and there's a 2003. Okay, so he puts the years on all these, which is pretty cool. So 1998 to 2002. We've got a lot of, we probably don't have time to dig into all of these, but there's some pretty cool options here. We've got some nice extension options. I haven't even looked at these myself, so we're both going to explore this together. Where did you get that 2010 GMC 3500? That's a secret, Suzette. I'm sorry. Lizard. That wasn't an answer. I'm sorry. I don't even remember which one you're talking about. Sorry, I just saw that message. We were looking at trucks a minute ago. Lizard Congito P50. What is that? What is the Lizard Congito P50? Mason County, the map. We could look at maps tonight if people want to see that. We've got a decent amount of viewers. I think people are enjoying it, so we could check out Mason County. Hey, branching out is good. You can lose interest if you stick to one thing. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
The Congito is that little 3-wheeler on the Mod Hub.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think I know what you're talking about now. Let's focus on the combine here for just a minute. So we've got Lizard, Continental, and Michelin. It looks like the Lizard starts with duals as a standard. That's interesting. I think that's Firestone. Continental, and then Michelin. You've got your wide and your extra wide. And then, duals for it too. Nice. The 20 years decal. Where's the 20 years decal? It's got to be here somewhere.
I think it's on the window.
Oh, yeah, it is on the window. There we go. Look at that. Rotary technology. Nice. Protectors, rear weights, nothing. Bracket, full weights, if you're into that. Not even half weights. Come on, JCL. You can't be putting half effort into this stuff. Standard auger,
No,
long auger.
You need the configuration to have you select each suitcase at one at a time.
Every single option.
Peak realism.
Yes. That is a weird red on red there, but yeah, we've got our standard and our long auger. That's nice. And I'm sure these options kind of go for all these other guys, but we'll jump ahead to the newest one that it offers. Similar thing. They built the same combine for a while, so it looks like, looks like you could do black stairs and other things. Black extensions. Very fancy. I'm sure a lot of people watching have used or seen a combine like this before, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Got a lot of the similar options. Got the same. Ooh, the 30-year decal. Ooh, 30 years of rotary leadership. Look at that. How fancy. Side protectors. Man, K-Serious really did JCL a favor by letting him release all this stuff. So good on him, at least. All right, side protectors. Cool. We'll get in it and drive around it with it for just a moment. Where are you in the U.S.? KingSim, I am in the central U.S. I am a Midwest guy through and through. So let's see. So we have those combines, but what I think JCL's farm equipment was most proud of was his floating headers. And I think that was his 1020 series, which is somewhere in here. There we go. So looks like he gave us a 15, a 20, a 25, and a 30. And I'll try to get on some hilly terrain, and we will try to show off the floating capabilities of these headers, so what makes them cool. Let's go with a 20-footer. So it looks like we can do different color options. That's nice. And then we could do a design red. Very cool. Do we have... Yeah, it'll just fold out. Okay. So we can do the old and the new for the case IH or just the IH. That's cool. All right. Let's buy this guy. And let's check this out. Hey, IH Dan, how's it going? You popped in at just the right time because we're looking at some red mods. Ooh. It's a nice engine sound. Now, I will say, I think that decal right there if you see what I'm looking at, that decal right there probably should have been transparent background instead of red background, because that red doesn't quite match the red of the body. But, you know, we're here to pick on things, so we're going to pick on things. Oh, looks like our hydrostatic transmission. The stick is working nicely. That's good. Oh, that's nice. Okay. We'll drive forward here. Let's see. They got the AFS yield monitor. Very cool. All the textures in here, of course, look pretty nice. Now, the throttle over there isn't really doing anything, but we're not doing any harvesting yet, so let's pick this guy up. Looks very nice in game. I can see it. I can see it. Very cool. You can see the hydraulic cylinders down there. They even have hoses going to them. Very nice. If we put our auger out, how are we doing? There's no... The auger sound is really quiet. I think if it were me, I would have made the auger sound a little bit louder, because I could barely hear it, and I don't think it makes any sound when it stops moving either. Anyway, just the little things. So let's come over here and let's try it out a little bit. Let's unfold the header, and if you unfold the header, you'll see that these little floaters come out, and I believe what these are is they're actually sensors in a way, and they float along the ground ahead of the header, and they allow it to kind of follow and contour the ground. We can get a good view of that if we come back to this ditch and we lower. And this thing should follow the ground pretty well. See that? Oh, that's really cool. I think it's cool that he took the time to sort of implement that. So, let's see. We're going to back up here, and I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to try to show you guys what's so cool about this header, the real selling point. So, you can see that it's always close to the ground here. You can see that it's always right up against the ground. And as we drive into this ditch, this front white nose part here kind of contours into the ground, and it takes the bar with it. And you can actually see, if I park sideways here, that one part of the header is higher and one part is lower. And it sort of, you know, gives it the look that it's really following the ground, which is pretty cool. Oh, and that's a good point there. You can kind of see where it flexes and the cutter bar really follows the ground nicely. So that's a super cool feature, and it's one of those little extra immersive things that's really nice. I'm good. Love the red. Good. Glad you love the red. And we're trying out all the colors. We're not scared. Gradman says, guess whose international chisel plow I'm using? Aw, are you using my 55? That makes me feel so good. Okay. Let's try this out here. Bring this guy up here. I, of course, have to get a Parker Green cart. There's only one way to test this. I'm testing out a new Parker Green, by the way, guys. I want to push out a Parker update to all platforms that updates to a better looking green and a higher resolution Parker brand, and has a few other nice small improvements for stuff. So I'm testing that, and we'll get to see that new Parker Green here. I'm not using any shaders or anything. This is totally base game, so you can see it's a lot less washed out, and I think I'm really close to a nice Parker Green color. Was there an IH55 pull type IRL? There sure was. I just did not make that. I just wasn't at a point where I wanted to make a pull type at the moment there, so I did not end up making that. But it could be an option someday, maybe. To answer your question, though, yes, there was a pull type 55 IH chisel plow.
There was?
Uh-oh. Did somebody get word that I'm using your stuff?
Wait, what?
What? Have you seen my stream? Are you watching the stream?
No, I literally just hopped on.
Dude, everybody in the stream, all viewers, welcome the one and only JCL's Farm Equipment. We are currently testing his 2344 and his 1020 floating header. And you, as the modder, could definitely provide us a little bit of insight on this project, couldn't you?
I mean, I guess I can really answer any question that could be had, yes.
All right.
You definitely summoned him.
Hold on. Yeah, this is fate. I have to.
I literally just hopped out of the shower and hopped on my phone.
Well, you're live to a bunch of people right now, so tell us about this combine that you made, and tell me why I can't unfold my combine. I first need to unfold the tool harvester.
Yeah, you need to unfold it because due to folding configurations that I haven't quite determined, nor case areas, if there's a bin extension on there, it's technically unfolding that. The ladder has no ties to the unfolding anymore, as I prefer it to be manually, whether if you want it in or out, because you could have the combine unfolded and that ladder goes out. Well, if you're running 6 rows at a time, you're going to be clambering those corn stalks of that ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So I made that ladder independent with interactive control from the in-game mod hub, but the folding configuration I haven't quite determined. So yes, you do have to unfold it even if there's nothing happening.
Okay, very cool.
I
This
feel
thing
like
is
that you made the ladder interactive control instead of folding, because it always drives me nuts whenever you have to have it unfolded or folded, and the ladder won't change when you're in or out.
Yeah.
I will say that is a very loud harvesting sound. I was like
What?
struggling to hear you guys, and I'm sure that the viewers were struggling to hear you too.
It's called realisms. Trust me, be happy that it's not as bad as that old 2377 I had in FS19. That thing was the definition of loud.
I believe you. Okay. So, I was picking apart your mod, of course. I actually think it's really nice. So can you tell us the process of how you made this? Because I believe it's got a little bit of Caesarius DNA and some of your DNA in it.
Actually, for the most part, it's all Case Arias. It's just I edited his model. So, I need to figure myself out here. My phone's like on the brink of dying, so I need to find a charger.
Okay. We're going to hear from the actual modder himself.
Oh, yeah.
This thing unloads very quickly. Maybe I'm just used to the Tired Iron Modding Titan series, but man, this thing unloads like super fast.
It's definitely faster than... it's definitely faster than the 14 combines and definitely Tired's Titans, because, God, those things unloaded for a hot minute.
Yeah. They were realistic speeds, so it really did take you a couple minutes.
Yeah, but no, a lot of the parts, or I guess I should say, a lot of the functionality of this combine it's mainly sourced from Case Arias' combine.
Okay.
I didn't mess a lot with the scripting. It's all visual.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I got my phone sorted out here. So I guess I'll do it from start to finish of how I came about it. So when I was doing the Case IH 1020 headers, I had the niche to try and make connection hoses. If you look between the header to the feeder house of the combine, you can notice that there is a connection between the two.
Yes, I see that.
So already, I would have to upload my own version of Case Arias' combine that allows the functionality for those hoses. Despite the fact that they are partly visual, there are some ties between them.
So you started to want to just do the header, but the combine needed updating too.
The combine, yes, it did need some updating, but there was also some easy changes that I could input with this, as between the time that Case Arias has released his combine onto ModHub and to now, I had already put a 2377 combine in there, as it's literally almost the same thing, because a 2377 is just a less capacity, less horsepower 2388. So that's a pretty simple change.
Okay.
And let's see, moving on down the line, Case Arias had also provided me with his first gen Case IH combine. I asked him one day whether if I could maybe work on that because obviously people wanted that first gen combine. Those things were pretty popular, let alone the later edition of the 2388. So I figured if I'm going to release this thing, then include that as well. So now we have two separate combine generations, the one prior to 2003 and the one, well, actually, no, it would be first gen Case IH 2388. Okay, yeah, so it would be the first gen and then the second gen 2388. So now we have that.
Nice.
And let's see. Moving on down a little bit, I was working on my headers and I was really starting to get into cutter bar flotation. And I was messing around with an in-game combine, and I remembered that in-game combines have a header height leveling functionality, and it's literally the same way as Field Tracker. For context, which I'm going to say this word a lot, Field Tracker, trademark, is Case IH's header leveling system on, I think it's all combines, because I think they also use Field Tracker for the flagship combines along with the legacy combines.
Interesting.
So I started looking into Field Tracker a little bit, and I took apart the feeder house, I took it back into Blender, and I took off the faceplate that the header mounts onto and made that separate from the actual feeder house mount. And it was actually a very simple process. I only had to add the functionality to the header and the feeder house, and it practically did the rest for me.
Nice. Yeah, I was just showing the lovely viewers earlier what the flotation system looks like.
Yep. All right, so let's see, what did I do next? I think after that, I got into doing the smaller combines, like your 2366 and 2344. Already, we needed those older combines, and we needed that smaller generation of bigger combines, I guess you could say, because a 2388 is no good without a 2366 or 2344.
Right.
So, the 2366 was my first objective. Already, the 2366 was also bled into the second-gen combines. Between the time of 2003 to 2004, the second-gen combines with the radiator fan on the right side of the combine, they had the 2366 and the 2388. So we already had the 2388 second-gen combine in Farm Sim. So all I really needed to do with that was straighten out the frame, because I mean, I complain about this a lot, but when it comes to the difference between a 2388 and a 2366 is the frame. And it doesn't set right with me if I try and just change numbers around. I gotta have the real thing. So I took that whole model back into Blender. It was about probably a 3 to 4 hour process of selecting vertices and trying to determine what's going to move and what isn't going to move.
Yeah.
And so after all that, I moved all the end frames in, all that stuff. I shrunk all the parts because I had to move a lot of parts to the inside of the frame. Obviously, all the pulleys don't stick out like they do on a 2388. So after doing that, I had myself a 2366, a second-gen 2366 for that matter. And I figured, okay, I have a first-gen 2388, and I now have the base model for a 2366. How K-Serious divided the first-gen and the second-gen 2388s was very simple, actually, as he only separated the engine bay from the combine. So the 2366 and the 2388 both had separating engine bays. So what if I took the first-gen combine engine bay with the fan on the rear and I edited it to become the engine bay on the 2366? As for those of you who don't know, the 2388 had a much bigger fan and a different exhaust and air filter case. They were just moved different. So I had to take the engine bay for the first gen 2388 back into Blender and move things around and create a new air filter. Well, I guess I shouldn't say air filter. It's more air filter inlet.
Mm-hmm.
Brewster, if you want to show up top, I'll show you what I mean by air inlet filter. I'm a little delayed on your stream. Let me fix that. Oh, I didn't actually notice you were in the shop.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you switch between the earlier version, you can see obviously the change that happened between the two generations of 2366. But if you switch over to the first gen, oh, we kind of do that there. Yes, if you look up there, you can see that there's a new air filter intake for that air filter.
Mm-hmm.
That I had to, which it really wasn't that hard. It was just a little inlet with a couple screens.
Right.
I did that. I moved all the vertices around to make the first gen body into the 2366. And I had that, and I basically stole the rear fan from my combine, my 14 Axial flow combine. So that
Right.
was easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2366 was set. I had that done out of the gate, ready to go. Well, guess what? They also had a 2344. And it's literally just a less capacity, less engine horsepower than a 2366. So it's a simple label change, and bada bing, bada boom.
Nice. Yeah, so you just made a couple adjustments to give us more options, make it a little more realistic. And yeah, you put it all together into one pack.
Yep.
Very handy.
And if I also did some touch-ups on the, well, touch-ups that I'd like to mention. They have some celebratory decals that were used through the years, the most prominent of which were the years of Axial flow technology.
Mm-hmm.
If you look on that one, there's a 20 years decal for the first gen, which would apply. And then you have a 30 years decal, which would apply for the second gens.
Yep. We looked at those earlier.
Yep. Those ones I actually had to make from scrap because Case Arius had originally used a 35 year, which wasn't accurate, but making that 30 year was actually a little bit of a venture for me because there was parts of it that were, I really shouldn't say chrome, but they were silver decal. So I made what was a silver decal a silver decal. It actually turned out pretty good as long as you don't look at it too close.
Nice.
But yeah, there was definitely a lot of things that I really wanted to do for functionality on those combines because I already had the model there and I already had it, scripted and ready to go. It was an optimized model, so it would be a good clean slate to really kind of work my magic on it.
Good.
And I know I have gotten some questions about me doing a 21 series Axial flow because the cab was the same. However, the engine bay is different. The engine bay was a lot more open, and it's pretty. I would say it's vastly different from what we have there. It does have the rear fan, like on the 23 series, but I'd have to show a lot more engine than what I already do on that model. And so I kind of determined I'll wait until I use my own model for that, since everything is kind of there and out in the open already. I would just have to make up a 5.9 Cummins and an 8.3 Cummins.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
So Suzette said I'm using your JD712. Oh, thanks. Good to see that's getting some use. All right, what else should we cover? We covered the Valmetal, we covered the T9. I think there was a building that was released recently by Legacy. Should have covered this while he was here. It's this little gestation barn. I wanted to take a look at this. Let's pop it down over here. So this was released by Legacy Ag.
Ooh.
It is a little hog gestation barn. Gestation. And it's a really old school kind of piece of hog raising building. So yeah, let's run over there and take a look quick at what this looks like. Kobe Gaming, hi, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Wavy Cam says, want to check out an DLDK edit I'm working on. I'm planning on releasing it for PC. I could. I don't even know what an IHDLDK is, though, if I'm being honest.
Don't go looking at me. I don't even know. Oh, disc.
All right.
What kind of disc model are we talking about? Is there a number on it, or is
I have no
generation-
idea. He just said
No,
that.
I'm asking that. I'm asking the guy in the comments.
Oh,
in hopes
gotcha.
that-
Legacy says, too bad I left. Oh, I guess you won't get to see this then. So this is a gestation barn that was recently released by Legacy Ag. I think this was originally modeled by Western Iowa. I remember seeing him make this a while ago, but it finally made its way to the game. I think it holds 50 hogs or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, it's got a nice little, I love this little Supreme feeder. That's very cool. It's a very like old school hog barn, and it's pretty nice. Obviously, this is mainly for gestation, but you just kind of use it to raise pigs. It's got some inputs. It's very nicely detailed. It's nothing too crazy, but yeah, this is a nice little barn, and it's gonna be really nice if you want to raise some pigs old school style. So yeah, this is a pretty good look. This is pretty good. I appreciate this. Does it have any options or anything like that? I don't. Oh yeah, we can open and close the gate.
Okay. Well,
I was today years old when I figured out I've never actually looked at pigs in FS22.
I was today years old that somebody modeled the balls of pig.
When I noticed, I was like, wait, oh my gosh, those are realistic. I've never seen them before.
Yes, that is realistic.
Those pigs are packing.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. It's from the Mod Hub. I reworked some stuff on it and added realistic decals and stickers. Oh, cool. Yeah, we could maybe take a look at that. I know that Exoblode, I think, is the guy that originally uploaded that disc. Legacy Ag corrected me. It holds 60 hogs. So, cool. Very good. 60 of those things. I'm glad it can do up to 60. It's probably pushing it in terms of realistic capacity, but that's cool. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, I was like, there are some hinges here. So yeah, we can open this up to let some air through. That's very cool. That's a nice little feature. Like that. I'm guessing this is like water and manure or what have you. I'm guessing this is the feed area. So cool. That's a nice little barn, and I actually might use that on maybe like my Alma save or something, because that's nice. I just don't like, if you're playing on an American map, you don't want the American looking barns, right? Just the weird, it just kind of throws it off. And especially for pigs, the only options were base game stuff or 2,400 hog confinements. So
big hog barn.
Got inspired at Western Iowa there.
He also did make those, but he modeled this, so you know what? He gets credit both ways.
You know, did you ever check out that little mobile in the game?
The mobile?
The little car I was looking forward to that was featured on top.
Oh, I need to check out the PLP 50.
Yeah.
I need to go download that. I might have to quit the save game and go check that out. Obviously, the most important mod we need to review.
Yeah, screw the freaking Valmetal. Screw Legacy's little hog barn. We're here for the P50.
Mm-hmm. The Conguito P50.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it has 124-hour mile per hour configuration.
Matthew,
Have to do that.
You better watch your tone.
The quad tractor. Oh, we should check out the soapbox car too. That's goofy.
That thing is goofy. That if you're not careful, that thing will fly out from under you.
I hope they fix some of the collision issues on that.
Was there some collision issues?
I could have been it could have been user error, but when I used it, it was always like bumping up against the road and clipping and stuff because I don't think they set up the tires as tires. I think they set them up
Nope.
as collisions.
They are collisions.
Yeah, and it just made it really hard for me to drive.
You could not drive in a field whatsoever. It just.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was the fields, not the road.
All right. Looks like that's downloaded. That's downloaded. I guess we could try Mason County if people want to see a map fly around and kind of check some stuff out. I'll put the link in here. There's an Achacher error, any weird collision glitch. Yeah, that disc is sort of basic, so I could see it. I could see an edit benefiting it.
Honestly, I don't think I've looked too much at Exoblade stuff.
You think it's Exoblade? It's actually Exoblode.
Blode?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Yep, go read it.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. I don't.
I've
What?
always read that as Exoblade. How has my brain corrected that for so long?
I know.
Yep. It blew your minds. Yep, screw everyone else's stuff. Jason needs his dose of attention. Yeah. It's okay. We'll get the we'll bring the red guy onto his soapbox, and then we'll take him off the soapbox after a while. So give everybody their time in the spotlight. Okay. Can't get Mason County to load past 85%. Oh, that's unfortunate. I hope it's not broken. Let's see. Exo Bloat has some nice stuff, but he thinks he models at 1/16. You think he models from 1/16th diecast? Is that why that stuff looks so strange? Or is that like sarcastic, or that's probably sarcasm. It's probably not meant to be taken literally, but yeah, it kind of quickly knock him back off.
That's definitely sarcasm because he has good interiors.
He has good interiors, but I think like some of the implements are a little rushed. I know what he means by
cranked out
that.
like 4 mods in like 2 days.
Yeah, there's got to be some sacrifices there.
From what I can tell, it's kind of like a prioritize real life, sometimes prioritize modding the other times, and so it's kind of like an ebb and flow, which I mean, same for a lot of modders. It's just you don't see nearly as many updates.
Yeah. Okay, well this is
Okay.
interesting. The entire thing looks like it's shrink wrapped with a weird normal map, but you know, ModHub kind of makes you do that. The 50, the 120, the 2,100 horsepower configuration. Okay, so we're gonna start with an icy blue. Oh, it has stripes. No way. All right, we're gonna start with. This will be our slow one. What do we have? Continental and BKT, and Michelin, and Midas, and Nokian, and Trelleborg, and Vredstein. Wow, they thought of everything. Okay, original rims. Oh, we got some pimpin' rims, boy. Okay, wow, that's a lot. There's still more rim options. Oh my gosh.
On there.
That's hilarious. They really thought of everything, didn't they? I think the 490 was from a diecast model, not his tractors, though. What are your thoughts on EY modding? You know what? I've talked to EY modding. I think he's a nice guy. I feel like he probably has a lot of pressure from his community to put out a lot of stuff. I just hope he takes his time with what he makes and enjoys it along the way and makes sure that everything he's making is up to the usual standards. But overall, I think he's a good guy, and I appreciate what he's doing for the community. Single wheel wheelies, yeah, we're gonna stuff. Okay, we're gonna make the grandpa. First, we got to make the grandpa car, the slow one, which is just brown. This is just the grandpa car. We got to make the boring one, right? And we got to do. We're gonna do a boring one, and then a medium one, and then we're gonna do a pimped out one. At the different horsepower configurations. Okay. We'll buy the slow one.
I don't know why you're going for the slow one. I'm getting the fast one.
Well, we're gonna try out all three. I gotta set my expectations here. Okay, so then we'll go for. You ever seen the have you ever seen the ads where it's like the level 1 mafia boss and then the level 10 and then like the level 50? That's kind of what we're going for here. We're going for like the level 1, the level 10, and the level 50. Okay, we're
The
gonna
level
go.
1 isn't really a grandpa car. That's more just a rolling turd.
Yeah, basically.
Rolling turd.
And then we'll go for those rims. Okay. We'll do a little bit of window tint.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll do the ultimate one. Which is
We
gonna be
are pimping. God, this thing is so goofy looking, and it's so fast.
Dude, there's so many
They-
color options that I can't even push the buttons at the bottom of the screen. I can't even see like where to leave the color
Wow.
option.
Dude, they knew exactly what they were doing when
I've
it
never
came to the.
I've never seen that before. Okay.
We need to bring Top Gear back on this.
Oh, they just shut down Top Gear too. F in the chat if you're sad about them retiring
What?
Top Gear after all these years. Yeah. F in the chat if you're sad about that.
I guess they have been here for a hot minute, so they did their time.
I'll be honest, I never heard of Top Gear until I watched Clarkson's Farm and had to go like, wait, who is this guy?
Oh my gosh. Yep, we got an F from Legacy. That's about right. We're gonna go this guy. Oh, there we go. We got the wide. Ooh, we got the wide tires. Yeah, buddy. Pink has got to be the most pop-in color. And then we got to do the full window tint. Yes, 100% blacked out. And then we got to make the rims black too. Yep, of course. And then we got to go up to the 2,100 horsepower. Okay. We start with the level 1 Mafia boss. It has some very deep truck sounds, which I was not expecting. Okay. Well, the gas pedal works, the brake pedal works.
Rocking a 1-cylinder diesel engine.
It has a clutch and it has a column shifter, but it does not have gears. It is just forward and backward. Very interesting. There's some switches that I would guess just do nothing. I think our top speed here, can we do the headlight? Oh, what's the horn?
I just
This La Cucaracha on the horn. That is great. This is gonna get like 50 times as many downloads as any of the mods I've ever made. But that's how it works.
Screw farming mods in general. We need stupid fast cars.
Yep. Okay. So let's try high speed. Brake lights work. That's good. Let's try a high speed turn. Got to do a tow test. Oh, this thing has a rear hitch, doesn't it? Oh, I gotta hook this up to the Valmetal. All right, let's turn this around. Okay, so it doesn't flip over at max speed, which is good. Okay. Level 1 Mafia boss. We're gonna go to level 10 Mafia boss.
Horn's gonna be an auto-map selling point.
This is so dumb. Okay. We're going faster. Looks like we can go up to 74. I want to get this guy up to 74. We'll go out on the highway. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing they just put the center of mass for this thing at like the very bottom of the earth so it doesn't flip over.
Like another mod I know about.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I bet you if I went back to that 06 series, I could probably figure out the center of mass in 5 seconds.
Sorry,
Please.
Please, no, I'm not touching that doo-doo old model.
what? Okay, so it turns around pretty good. It doesn't flip over. It goes fast. Yes. You said it doesn't go in fields very well?
No, it does fine in fields. That would be the soapbox we were talking about
Oh,
earlier.
the soapbox. Okay, yeah. We gotta try that still.
I'm just looking at your comments section here. I'll answer
Mhm.
this real quick. Logan Elder asked what kind of red equipment I'd be seeing in the future. Personally, I couldn't give you a flat out answer. It really comes down to what I'm feeling like doing. But I am trying to get into some hay equipment a little bit because that is definitely a need in farm sim. But all I know is that combines are going to be waiting a little bit because that one big project was definitely one big project. But we're gonna see some more red things, but it's definitely going to take some time. After I did all the combines and whatnot, I'm a little bit burning out on it, so I'll probably take a break for a little bit.
Give the man a break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Need
so
to-
if you do the 100% tint, you literally can't see. I literally cannot see what's going on.
Isn't that 100% tint though?
Yes. I mean, I guess I got what
Wow.
I asked for, isn't it?
Hey, you can see the horizon. That's a win.
I can kind of see the sky, the brightest part of the entire world.
You get what you pay for.
I guess so. Okay. We could go up to 124. Let's go. Oh, we almost flipped it over. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Ah, there's a tractor. Oh, jeez.
Man,
Oh,
this
I hit
stream
the edge of the
delay is
world.
killing
Crap.
me.
Okay, so they did a good job of making this thing not tip over. Because I
No,
tipped over
yeah.
and then it flipped right back. Oh my goodness. Did you guys convince JD to release some Oliver and White equipment yet? Well, I'm probably going to release Oliver equipment before he releases Oliver equipment. At least to all
I've been-
platforms.
I've,
don't-
I've been helping JD a little bit, trying to push him. Do you happen to live in Canada?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Well, it finds its way back up. Because that was what I was most worried about. It actually should have tipped over because that would have been more realistic, but I confirmed
We're not-
we can hit 124 miles an hour, and it does a decent job of not flipping over. And it takes jumps surprisingly well. Actually,
We're
the
not here for
suspension on this
realism.
thing isn't too bad. Now we need to race these.
Oh my lord. Okay, yeah. You hit the slightest bump when you're going fast and you're done for.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. This is great. I can
We
love
get
how
the-
the moment I do this, I have my record concurrent viewers, of course. This is what people tune in for.
Yep.
Honestly, I say we get our own server back up and going again, and we play Farming Simulator as friends again for once.
That'd be great.
And then this will be my new Terrorizer mobile.
Whoa! Okay, I'm a little sick. I'm a
It'll
little...
be an upgrade from the old Dodge that tried to flip over combines. Actually, wait, no, didn't try. It actually succeeded.
Yes, I will not let you guys.
One
live that
second.
down. Am I watching Farm Simmer GTA? Yes.
I mean, winter is coming around. We could use a server again.
I'm back. There's an ugly breakup happening outside my window.
Uh-oh. FS string gone wrong. Live leak.
All right. Well, that's pretty fun. Level 100 Mafia boss achieved. I should have changed the license plate. All right. What other mods do we need to try? We need to try the... let's see. The soapbox, right?
If you guys haven't tried that yet, that would be the next thing.
Do you have to build this thing?
Yes, you kind of build it. You just attach stuff. You don't necessarily have any originality to it. It's all just given to you.
Do I have to buy all the different parts in the cars section? Where are they?
I think they're in miscellaneous.
Okay.
If not, just look up the... Oh wait, they changed the logo. It used to be Soapbox Derby thing.
Oh my gosh, you have
Yeah,
to
mod
buy
have-
literally. You can't even buy. You can't even just buy 4 wheels. You have to buy the rear left and the rear right and the front left and the front right. Oh my gosh, dude, this is too much
Dude.
work.
Like, you build it
It's-
and then you never touch it again.
It's more fun just to drive it around without anything. It still has wheels on it. Just take it off the jack.
This is like if somebody wanted to play My Summer Car in Farm Sim.
Yeah, I try and make all that work.
Well, it's
If you're
certainly
trying
unique.
to keep, if you're trying to keep with the theme of testing out racing vehicles, Expendables has like 4 Harley motorcycles released on their itch.io that are actually really fun to drive.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Honestly,
I guess you saw it when I was streaming the other day when Lazy was just laughing his head off.
I did see that. So you can start it up. I thought this was a soapbox car. Why is there an engine sound?
Yeah.
peak realism.
Should've
About
just been
that,
squeaking.
we don't talk about that.
No. That's just for. I love that it has a freaking Peterbilt steering wheel.
So you just have to put it here and then you can attach?
I think you
Yep.
have to actually drop it on with your hands.
Yeah.
I see that.
Come on, it can't be that easy. You gotta put it on with your hands.
So,
Damn.
look, man, the engine is so loud. I'm gonna turn this thing off. I forgot which part this is. Okay, that goes in the back. This is the back fenders, I think. That looks like that makes sense. These type of shenanigans remind me of what can be done with the hay elevators in Westby. Just launching things a million miles. Absolutely. Am I watching Farm Sim or GTA 5? You know what? Kind of both, I guess. Oh, come on. Legacy is having a good time. Come on, attach. I have it here.
Oh, the elevators from West By. Those were the shit. Oh, those were that stuff.
How? Just do the thing. Just do the thing.
Do the roar.
Do the roar.
You do right.
That was frighteningly accurate.
That was frighteningly accurate. Okay, I think these are the doors. I don't even know, man.
You're putting those
Oh.
doors on backwards.
Yeah, they came backwards. I see that now. I have to rotate them. This is way too in-depth for what Farming Simulator was made as.
Come on, this is a farming simulator. Give us a break.
I'm also judging you about 10 seconds in the past because of stream delay.
Yeah, it's you guys are talking with me live, but you're not. This is dumb. I give up on this.
I'm
A
telling
driver
you,
door? Yeah,
drive
you're
it
right. This
as
is the driver door, isn't it? Yeah. And then
At least you
this is-
don't have manual attach. Man, it took me a while.
manual attach with this. How about you
The
hate
triggers
yourself?
Yeah, the triggers are so specific. I mean, I use it in everything. I could have turned it off, but no.
Okay, we got that one.
Doors.
yes.
I'm with Mike Clark. We need some H&S silage boxes from the 2000s, a couple 7+4s.
I mean, he's
Sorry,
not
what's-
wrong. Attach.
Best thing I can do for you is an international. If I get to it before Rooster does.
Attach.
This thing is never going to move once you put the wheels on.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
Isn't it supposed to go on this way? Take off the trunk and then hook the fenders? Oh, I put the trunk on before the fenders. That's what happened. Specific order, too. Makes sense.
And all the implement schema is very specific, or it's all overlapping with each other, so you have to play, you have to try really hard to get specifically what you want to detach.
I have a feeling this isn't even going to be worth it. This is infuriating.
The little bar that connects it is on the bottom, I believe.
Is it like this?
From what I'm seeing, you're holding it at a 90-degree angle from what it should be.
It'd help if I actually like looked at a picture of this thing before I tried to put it together. But I don't remember.
Where's the instruction manual?
There we go. And then this goes here. Okay, cool. Now we just have to get the wheels on, which I think go this way. No, it was so close. I saw the thing for a second. Right? The bar is the bumper, yes. We have 10 H&S wagons we pull behind a New Holland FX6460 and FP240. Would love to recreate and farm sim. So much to make, so little time.
Yes to recreating the H&S, no to recreating the FX. I've only heard problems about those choppers.
What were the FX? I've heard FP. What's FX?
Self-propelleds.
Oh, okie dokie.
Every single person I've seen on Facebook talking about them never has something good to say unless they've got a really good dealer network.
So those caps do go on the inside, it appears.
Dude, this whole stream has now just become watch Rooster try and put together a soapbox for FS.
Reviewing mods, aka assembling mods, I guess. Brilliant. This is my life now.
Isn't Mod Hub supposed to be you get an already made mod, you don't even put any work into this?
You're a modder now. Black cap inside. Yeah, that's what I was trying.
You could have the wrong wheel on the wrong axle.
It's possible.
Because they are somewhat specific, I believe.
They are. I wish they didn't matter, but wheel specific. So I got the front wheel attached. Like that wheel is obviously correct, right? Like this wheel is correct. And that is the white cap on the inside there. So I'm going to take this one with the white cap and put the white cap on the inside. Here. And it should attach, but it's not. Probably need to do that. I don't know why that won't attach. I'm going crazy. Is there more wheel options? Rear and front?
If you bought 4 of the same store item for the wheels, that could be the problem.
No, I bought each one.
Hmm.
Oh, see, there we go. We got, okay, so you have to put on one side and then you have to put on the other side.
Oh gosh. That thing is a menace.
You have to do it in order.
And it's not even assembled.
In their arbitrary order. Now we do this one?
You gotta admit though, the entertainment value on this.
I know, this is the whole game in
I
itself.
I have been so distracted I haven't done any modding for 20 minutes.
This is what we were supposed to be knocking JCL off of. Ironic how that worked out. Now I'm the one building the soapbox. Now I am the fool. Oh my gosh. It won't attach. So, and then the other question is, did they do the conventional right and left or did they do the Giants right and left? You know what I mean? I hold an amazing amount of respect for you guys. I have a hard time logging into my computer, letting attempting to make a mod. I'm just a dairy farmer who attempts to play FS. Well, Mike Clark, you do it for you. So enjoy. Rear right wheel. I'm gonna buy another rear right wheel because I don't know what's going on with that one. I appreciate you stopping by and seeing whatever the heck this is.
This quality entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Are you not entertained?
You can only find it here. There's a reason why you can only find it here.
So you have to put it on top. I put it on top of the cart and then it attached. What?
Yep, Legacy knows what I'm talking about.
Right? I was making good progress on my project and I don't think I've gotten anything done in at least 45 minutes. Well, this might, you could think about this as being productive, potentially. I mean, you never know. It's a form of productivity. This is pure and justified entertainment. I can't Yeah, get it. Go. I can't. Come on. Just go. Just do it.
I'm just imagining Rooster. His head is just starting to steam a little bit.
Hey, the last vehicle proved you only need 3. Let's go.
I know. Come on. Just dang. Just do that.
Bought the rear left.
I have a right rear and I have a right. This is the one and this is the other one. I have, you know what? We'll try all 3 of these. That's the most balanced wheel I've ever seen. Okay, no. Wait. The cap is on the outside? You gotta be kidding me right now. Come on. So I have to do this?
Oh my god.
So let me get this straight. The plastic caps are on the inside on the front, but then those rounded plastic caps are on the outside on the back. I don't understand. I don't get it.
I don't know why it's so entertaining just watching Rooster have a complete down.
I'm like, yeah.
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
Somebody.
You go away. And you come here. Nope.
All right, Legacy. While you're working, or while you're lurking in the stream, you need to clip all of Rooster's frustration and throw it in Tyson's server.
No.
YouTube's channel for a reason.
Just
We've
do the
seen
thing.
Rooster calm. We've never seen angry Rooster.
Oh, just do the thing. Dirt. No, that's the front wheel. Why?
Do the roar.
Why did you give me the option for the front wheel to come off?
Do the roar.
We're gonna unfold. Hold on. It doesn't drive as well.
This is
Oh,
humorous.
the brake
This
is literally.
quality content.
Come on. This is terrible.
Oh my gosh, it drives in a field. Wow.
The
I wasn't
trick
expecting that.
is the trick not even putting all the wheels on it.
Probably.
He almost had it. I know, and then the wheel got away from me.
He said
Come
almost
on.
said it.
No, it went away again.
Wait, what did Brewster almost say?
Oh, it did it! Yeah! Yes! And now I can't even go anywhere because it's not working in the field. This is awful. This is my reward. This is the thanks I get. Come here.
Wow, the trick is 3 wheels. That's hilarious.
I know, it's worse with. There. Now go. Do the thing. This is goofy. 50. Oh, it does wheelies? What is it doing wheelies for?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pregame show is over. Let's go and do the real thing.
We're popping wheelies, boy.
Alright.
Oh my god. So those wheelies are the collisions on the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
It only took us 10, 20 minutes.
The POP50 did not tip over, but this thing, you turn and it flies. And get stuck in a field. No. We gotta bounce. We gotta. So I do like the detail of the brake being working on the side. That is very nice. It drives
They
like
actually
crap.
just added that in an up. They just added it in an update. It wasn't even working in the initial version.
Plot twist, he hits a tree and everything falls apart. Oh my gosh, if this thing like took damage and fell apart, that would be hilarious. Hold on guys, I need to get some gas.
But can he make it to the gas station?
Alright, we filled up on gas. Now we're gonna go. We're gonna fly off the interstate. Let's go.
Float blinkers.
So what's causing all the weirdness? So the wheels are super wide. That's how they stay upright all the time. I don't really know what's catching on the ground, but it's kind of strange. And the wheels don't even like turn straight left and right. They kind of are tilted forward. It's really weird. I think attachable wheels are just not a... Oh, we did another wheelie. I think attachable wheels are just not a feature that the game likes. I just don't think that the game wants wheels to be attachable. I think that confuses it greatly.
Yeah, we're going back to FS13 tactics here.
Okay, we only have one choice here. We have to go underwater. Oh wow, it drives amazing in the water.
You take it off of a surface that has collisions or as a field, and it's great. So like on just standard terrain, it's fine.
I see that. And now I'm driving a U-boat. It's 1942 and I'm piloting a U-boat down the river. Deep in enemy territory. Oh, I hit the edge of the map. It's made of wood, a boat. Yes, it is. You're right. You've heard of soapbox derby, but have you heard of soap boat derby?
Vroom.
Vroom vroom indeed. Look at that. This is awesome. This drives, and I think the water provides some damping that keeps it from like flying up and down. Makes it like bogged down a little bit, which is perfect because it likes to tip forward when you steer. Oh, collectible. Hello. Got a collectible, everybody.
Only 19 more to find.
Ooh, I think only 9 more to find. Maybe 19. FS11 was best for viable wheels. I don't remember that. Yeah, plot twist.
like-
Drives like crap even on pavement. Yeah, plot twist. It's bad everywhere. Oh, geez. I feel like I'm racing like a jet ski or one of those. You ever see those speedboat races? That's what this feels like. Well, that's the soapbox car. It is what it is.
In response to Mike Clark, education purposes aside, why does your 1066 have 230 horsepower?
Why does my 1066 have 230 horsepower?
What? Oh my gosh. What else? Forgot that
I guess
people
there
are
was a-
doing these. This is
I
kind of
guess
new.
there was a drone mod that released the other day.
Was there?
Like a drone deliveries. Somebody was mentioning it in chat.
Oh, really? An attempt at the drone deliveries mod? What is that? What category is that in?
Drone delivery is going to be under miscellaneous.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Drone delivery? I don't see it. I'm not seeing it, sadly.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go hop into bed. I gotta
Yeah, I think
get
I'm gonna
ready
end
for
this. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Hope you had a good one. We checked out some mods. We had some fun. We goofed some stuff around. The drone mod is placeable as well. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to look into that.
And had our high and lows today with trying to assemble mods.
We sure have. All right. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope we learned a lot and
All
had a
of
lot of fun.
Acio's fine.
Oh yeah, like Rooster Mods on Facebook, like Dairy Deer and his stuff, Skywalker Farms, all that. Have a good one. See everybody. Take care. This is Rooster signing off.